There we go. Thanks for requesting that one there. We got the Tiger 2 up next. I think I've kicked a little bit of my funk I was in earlier. Straggle hold in 4 minutes? What do you mean by that? I do my best. Like, I don't mind questions like that either. Like, sometimes it might take me a few minutes to form an opinion, but because I don't want to like lie to you guys. Obviously, I won't do that. My problem is always, you know, I mention it a lot. You guys see it a lot. Might be something in my head what I know I should be doing, like on a certain map, certain tank and stuff. But my style of gameplay, fast, aggressive, and yeah, it does not always work out. Thank you for the sub there, Blue Savannah. Nice to see you. Thanks, IKM. Thank you very much again for the resub there, Savannah. Oh. I thought you were mentioning something was popping up in a few minutes. This matchmaking is nice here, however, I knew this was happening. A lot of people on Pilsen. I'm just pinging that, so hopefully they focus there instead of getting sucked into these mounds of stuff. Hello, Modred, or Mordred. Nice to see you again. Hope all is well. Which I'll get up. I'll do the 4502B next and then get to the challenge. When it comes to this map, though, oh, I forgot they closed this up. That's a big mistake on my part. They left these open, but they closed up so the one line is more of its individual, like, own flank now. I'm hoping this IS-2 doesn't. Oh, he's still pushing up. He needs to fall back. But we need to kill this Alpine Tiger. He's alone. I don't mind taking a shot from him, but he hasn't turned his gun yet. But this IS-2, you should have turned around, dude. There we go. It's just easier to get that out. I'll still say the one, I'd include the 5 line. It's not all one flank, but this area of the map it's gonna be the spot that your team should win. Right now, more people are kind of checking out the new reworked area, but this is the more straightforward flank and the easier one to win. The other side's better for like lights, mediums, it's more vision, but like supporting with TDs, it's nice, but the amount of shots you're going to be able to get once people realize like, hey, I shouldn't just rush out into the middle of nowhere and get shot up. Your shots aren't going to be too good all sitting on those ridges overlooking because it's pretty easy to counter not getting shot from them. Let's see if anybody's here. Thank you. Tiger 2's gun, like, the armor on this isn't anything crazy, but you can still get bounces on it or from people as long as they don't hit you in the lower plate. But the gun on this is awesome, DPM wise, accuracy, pen, the wear. I don't mind bullying higher tiers. I just need to, there we go. We're not higher tiers, lower tiers. But the matchmaking here definitely does help, but even if you're bottom tier, so some of you guys remember, I carried like a tier 10 match in Corellia in this thing. It's one of the newest videos on my YouTube. Like, it's probably the 5th or 6th newest one there. You can go search Cody Menz on YouTube if you don't know my channel. But like, the Tiger 2, it's a nice tank. It's just, it's not really a tank that you always play like a heavy tank. The armor is kind of lackluster if you're not top tier. But even if you are top tier like this, don't get hit up by Artie a lot because it's not very thick outside of a couple little areas on the front. But there's a lot of holes in your armor. You're basically just like a fat medium at the tier that you're at. If this was like a tier 7 with a slightly weaker gun, the armor would work. But I still think the Tiger 2 is a nice tank, and it gets a lot of hate more so than it actually deserves. I can get RD'd here. Most people will not realize that this is open unless like you come in at a certain like zoomed out angle. It used to be closed, it's no longer closed entirely. Hello Brian, nice to see you. Yes, new Pilsen. I think the rework's awesome on this. To where like right now, like I said, most people kind of gravitate towards here, which it's basically, I like maps like this because there's cover. Literally any type of tank can work on Pilsen now. Whether you're in like heavy armor, light, medium, TD, heavily armored TD, SPG, everything works. It's going to be a tough map for me to make a strategy for because pretty much, like even as a light tank, like take the side that I went to. Yes, it's not your main choice, which thank you very much, Randall, for the bits again. Like, technically, since, you know, there's 1 opening, 2, 3, and then you have the center warehouse, I know that they were there before, but since they closed off, you know, like the 1 line a little bit, you know, they opened up the warehouse, there's a lot more, you know, ways for you to flank, and since the other flank is more open and the map's larger, tanks are going to be spread out more. So you technically can do anything honestly on the map now. It's going to be one of those maps to where more or less it changes match to match. There's no clearly defined strategy because each flank kind of makes sense. Except for pushing straight down the middle with your whole team. That's not going to work. You're just going to get swarmed. But pretty good battle. Top damage. Mastery badge first class. Pretty solid fight in a Tiger 2.